For months, we've been chasing fragments. A weird genetic scar here, a geopolitical glitch there. We were looking at shattered pieces.
Just pieces of a puzzle.
Exactly. But today, we stopped looking at the fragments. We've gained forensic access to the whole thing. The A.R.K. Global Pack.
And we have to be clear, this isn't just a leak or some theory.
No, this is a high-level strategic audit. We're looking at the entire operational manual for reality.
That distinction is absolutely critical for you to grasp. This isn't a stack of books or, a folder of files.
Right.
It's a complete interconnected system. What we're seeing for the very first time is the unified framework, a true systemic override.
The documents call it the full arsenal.
That's it, and the power's in that unification.
Think about it. You've got the foundational theory in the Compendium.
The why.
Then the real-world tactics in Protocol 1177.
How?
The crucial, constantly updating intel from the black files. And then the actual training to make it all work. In the Kabbalah de Guerrilla course, it's the whole blueprint, all in one place.
It's a feedback loop. You really can't get the intel unless you understand the core theory of the intervention. And you can't apply the tactics if you haven't gone through the training. It connects the hardware to the software.
Okay, let's unpack that. Let's start with the core of it, the Compendium. It talks about this hardware-software network framework. So let's talk hardware. What's the finding on our own biology?
The Compendium zeroes in on the most famous genetic anomaly in science, chromosome 2.
Right, the fusion.
The fusion. Official science says 2 primate chromosomes just fuse together end to end, and that's what separates us from other primates. But the A.R.K. analysis says this wasn't natural, it was an intervention.
Hold on, isn't that just, rapid evolution? Why do these sources keep using the term surgical precision?
Because of what's in the chromosome.
Yeah.
The details. You find features that just shouldn't be there. Internal telomeres, the caps that are supposed to be at the ends, are now buried inside the fusion point.
Like a seam.
A seam, exactly. And even more telling, a silenced centromere. It's like finding a scar from an operation where the surgeon deliberately flipped a switch off. We weren't just evolved, we were functionally modified.
So the claim is blunt. We're not just evolved monkeys, we're edited monkeys. Our hardware got an upgrade.
A major upgrade. And that upgrade gave us this incredible capacity for creative language, the ability to, as they say, generate reality with sound.
This noise, or rigmu.
Yes. And that was seen as a threat by the Sumerian administrators, the Anunnaki. Suddenly, their creation could operate outside the system they designed.
A bug in the software. A dangerous one.
The most dangerous one. So their solution was the ultimate software patch, the Babel firewall.
Which wasn't a tower.
Not at all.
Yeah.
It was a linguistic lobotomy. It was designed to fragment human consciousness, to break our communication. If we can't agree on reality, we can't use the upgraded hardware together. It basically disconnected us from the network.
Which makes the next piece, Protocol 1177, absolutely essential. If the Compendium explains the problem, then you need to know how to fight back now. Is the protocol just a survival guide for the end of the world?
It's so much more than that. If you look at the whole system, the protocol it's the technology of disobedience. It's a counter-protocol designed to bypass that Babel firewall by strengthening the individual.
By building the KLI.
By building the KLI.
Okay, that term is everywhere in these documents. For someone listening, what is KLI, practically speaking?
KLI is structural integrity.
Yeah.
Think of Noah's Ark, the Tiva.
Yeah.
It wasn't a ship meant to sail somewhere. It was just an impermeable box.
Built to float.
Built to withstand the chaos.
Yeah.
The protocol is instructions for building that internal box, your KLI, so that the external chaos can't get in. It's mental and physical armor.
And if you don't build it, the documents warn about the Ugarit syndrome. What is that?
It's this perfect historical lesson. During the Bronze Age collapse, invaders burned cities like Ugarit, and archaeologists found the scribes dead, clutching their clay tablets.
Their financial records.
Their digital ledger, their abstract wealth. They died clinging to the data while their physical city burned around them.
Wow.
The protocol's warning is that if your entire identity, your wealth, your security is just data on a server somewhere, you are choosing to burn in the digital oven when it collapses. You have to become the box.
Which is completely counter to everything happening now. Digital IDs, central bank currencies, everything moving to the cloud.
Which is why the protocol is about diversifying your integrity, not just your assets. It's tangible skills, coherent internal thought. It's an operative identity that can't be deleted.
This brings us right into the present, the black files. These are the intelligence briefings that connect the ancient theory to what's happening tomorrow. What are the big links they're making?
The black files are the map. Black file 002, for instance, goes back to the Black Sea geological trauma. This wasn't a gentle sea level rise. The sources say it was a sudden, catastrophic flood. The actual event. And it matters because of what it's left behind.
Right.
The Black Sea has the world's largest anoxic zone. No oxygen.
So nothing decomposes.
It's a frozen crime scene. It preserves everything. And it confirms what they call the diaspora of the engineers. The survivors of that flood carried advanced knowledge out into the world. They were the seeds of Sumer, of early civilization. The knowledge survived.
So that's the ancient scar. Now, the immediate future. Black file 001 points to a specific window. 2026-26D0096. What are the triggers?
There's an internal trigger and an external one. The internal one is the 2026 geopolitical autopsy moment.
Tied to the Saturn-Neptune conjunction.
Right, which in this framework isn't just astronomy. It signals a mandatory systemic recalibration, a dissolution of structures.
And what does that mean, dissolution? What structures are we talking about?
The pillars of our reality. Faith in money, in governments, the social contract. The system is designed to basically auto-destruct, to allow for a hard reset. That's the internal pressure.
And the external preparation by the elites is what's really disturbing.
They're building for it. The file points to the Vatican 2027 protocol, specifically their telescope in Arizona with the LUCIFER instrument. It monitors infrared.
Looking for what? Aliens?
Not just looking for stars, it's looking for cold technological signatures or heat blooms in deep space. They are actively monitoring for non-human traffic.
At the same time, you had the U.S. government scrambling.
At the exact same time, the Schumer-Rounds Amendment appears. It's trying to create a legal framework, eminent domain, over non-human intelligence and technologies of unknown origin.
They're building a legal cage for something they know is coming.
Exactly. The legal and physical infrastructure for contact is being built just as the financial and political structures are set to dissolve. The whole interface is shattering.
Okay, so we have the theory, the tactics for personal integrity, and the intel on the threat. But that's just a mountain of data. It's inert without an operator.
And that's the masterpiece, the Kabbalah Guerrilla course.
The operative gym.
The tactical soul training. This isn't about informing you, it's about re-engineering your consciousness. The black files are just data packets. This course trains you to run the software.
So it's not about what the threat is, but how to actually be effective against it.
Yes. The goal is coherence, to train the observer. In the Kabbalistic terms they use, this is Tiferet, the central regulator of the self. That's where you anchor your awareness.
And the ego, Yesod, is that like the firewall on my home Wi-Fi? It's just filtering everything.
That's a perfect analogy. The ego, Yesod, is the router filtering reality based on past trauma. The course teaches you how to change it from a wall into a transparent bridge.
And why? What's the point of that rectification?
To download your yo potential, your Keter, the original design file. If Chromosome 2 was the hardware upgrade, this course is the spiritual software update that finally makes it all work. It connects you to the network.
We've got theory, tactics, intel, and training, the full arsenal. But during the audit, I found something weird. An anomaly in the pricing that feels deliberate.
The glitch.
Yeah.
Why would the system leave a door open?
What do you mean?
If you buy the pieces individually, the compendium, the protocol, the files, the course, it costs more, significantly more. But if you get the whole A.R.K. global pack, it's 35% cheaper.
That's not a sale. That's a design feature.
It's a systemic paradox.
Yeah.
A backdoor. It's like the system rewards those with the vision to choose the whole coherent solution.
Which brings us to the final point. The real takeaway for anyone listening, this whole repository, it's not for readers. It's not for spectators.
No. It is exclusively for active operators, people ready to apply the code. If you have the global pack, you don't just survive the shipwreck. You understand the physics of the water. You have the navigation charts. You're not trying to survive the ocean. You're positioned to own it.